Today we're in Cape Breton. I'm not only going to fire golf balls, I'm going to fire this cannon. It's all on SCOREGolf TV coming up.
This is Score Golf, the voice of Canadian golf. Score Golf is brought to you by Molson Canadian 67, official beer of the PGA of Canada, RBC Canadian Open, and Canadian Women's Open. Tailor-made golf, the #1 driver in golf. GolfKelowna.com. 20 courses, from easygoing to ego-shattering. Now, here's your host, Bob Weeks.
Hello, Canada, and welcome to another edition of SCOREGolf TV. And this is Stanley Thompson, the great golf course design genius who built so many wonderful courses across this country. But we're standing on what's probably his best, at least in my opinion. This is Cape Breton Highlands Links, and that's where we are this week for our edition of SCOREGolf TV. We're going to show you all the great courses out here in Cape Breton, as well as some other things you might want to do if you come out here for your vacation. We'll have some instructional help from Foley, but to kick things off, let's take a look at this masterpiece, Highlands Links. It can be hard to put into words just how breathtaking the Cape Breton Highlands Links is. Carved out of a fantastic landscape by legendary Canadian designer Stanley Thompson many decades ago, Highlands Links was described by Thompson as his mountains and oceans course, and never were truer words spoken. Though Highlands qualifies as a stiff test of golf, its real delight lies in its surroundings. Not many layouts provide the combination of beauty and beast that Highlands does.
I think it's different from the majority of courses just because of the sheer design, the layout. Every hole is 100% different. There are no similar holes. The layout is taken from the land. He just used what he had. He didn't move it around. And I think the way he designed his greens and the bunkering around the greens, I think it's quite unique in the world to find a golf course like this anymore.
Always near the top of our top 100 golf course rankings in Canada, Highlands Links' recent efforts to improve and more closely resemble the course Thompson originally created have paid off. With the help of designer Ian Andrew, bunkers have been restored and trees have been removed to allow sunlight in. That's not only helped with conditioning, but has also opened up ocean vistas at almost every turn.
All the bunkering is all back to the original size and shape on all the holes. We've had a lot of work done in tree clearing, which has really opened up the vistas. 3 or 4 years ago, you'd see the water on 4 or 5 holes. Now you can see the water on 11 holes.
So despite being more than 70 years old, Highlands Links now more than ever has returned to the course that Thompson first designed. In fact, the tee boxes on several holes display black and white photos from decades ago to show golfers how a hole was initially laid out.
When Ian came to do the bunkers, we were able to access quite a number of photos, and we took all the 1941s, which were when we opened, and we've had them mounted, and we put them on the tee in pretty much the exact location where the photo was taken in there, just so people can see how the viewscape has not changed.
And that's good news for golfers, because there's no doubt the Cape Breton Highlands Links is one unique and memorable golfing experience. While the golf course offers spectacular views of the Cape Breton Highlands, there's no better place to marvel at nature's beauty than along the Cabot Trail. Stretching out nearly 300 kilometers, the Cabot Trail delights travelers with stunning elevations and full 360-degree panoramas of tree canopies and blue ocean water. Take advantage of the world-class hiking trails, soak in the sun and salt water in the air from any one of the perches along the road, or stop in one of the charming communities along the way for a warm welcome and some tasty seafood. As you journey along the Cabot Trail, you'll find yourself in the small Acadian town of Cheticamp, home to the underrated Portage Golf Club. Playing host to a Canadian Junior Golf Association event this summer, Portage is a very player-friendly course.
I think a skilled golfer to average golfer and even your high handicapper can play here. Everyone enjoys the course because it'll reward good shots, and it'll also allow maybe the loose shot to get away and not penalize you as much as other courses.
The par 5 8th hole at Portage is arguably the club's best. Standing atop the tee box, you'll notice hazards on each side of the fairway and a number of sand traps guarding the green. A classic risk-reward design forces you to strategize before you strike your ball.
The par 5 8th hole is our signature hole here at Portage Golf Club. It's a par 5 with 2 ponds guarding the fairway. The hole can be played risk-reward. You can either lay up with a hybrid off the tee, hit a good second shot and have a good third shot into the hole, or you can challenge the hole with a driver, landing your drive between the two bunkers, and you can definitely reach the green in two. It's guarded by a lot of bunkers from 150 yards and in, but it will give up a good score if you hit two great shots.
Armed with stunning scenery throughout the golf course, Le Portage pleases players with vistas of the Cape Breton Highlands in the distance. Combine that with beautifully manicured greens and fairways, as well as a relaxed atmosphere, and Le Portage is a fun and enjoyable round of 18 holes.
Well, one of the best things about the Le Portage Golf Club and Shetty Camp is its hospitality. It's a very relaxed atmosphere. It's a fun place to play golf, a fun place to spend time vacationing. The people are great. Everyone's open to a good time. Golf and sport and music and laughter and good times. The players here love golf, the members, but at the end of the day, a cold drink and a good story and a good laugh is what makes this club very fun and enjoyable to play and be a part of.
Coming up, a stop at Cabot Links and a sneak peek at Cabot Cliffs. Well, last year, ScoreGolf magazine awarded Cabot Links the best new golf course in Canada, and that was to exactly no one's surprise. In fact, if there had been a prize for the best new golf course in the universe, I'm pretty sure this place would have won it. Let's have a look now at the fabulous Cabot Links. 1 year into operation, Cabot Links is relishing in the rave reviews Rod Whitman's minimalist design has received. The property garnered a lot of hype before opening, and it's most certainly lived up to the advanced billing. The scores of players who tee it up daily all find out the same thing. This is true links golf.
Making it feel like a true links, making it, play like a true links, and obviously then being heralded as a true links. It really is, it goes to the core of it, from, the fescue grass to the firm turf, all of that stuff I think is what makes up, what it is.
While Cabot Links' rugged oceanfront terrain earns most of the praise, the course has done its best to involve the local community of Inverness. Hundreds of jobs have been created, as well as a new boardwalk along the beach for pedestrians to enjoy the magnificent Northumberland Strait. Running adjacent to the beach is the new 12th hole, a shoreline par 3 that replaced a shorter inland hole. Protected by sand dunes and greenside bunkers, it's one of only a few changes needed at Cabot Links for the first 12 months.
The nice thing about the first year and thinking about those reactions have been, one of surprise that, the food was better than people thought, or the beach was here and, the water was as warm as it was. And, particularly from folks coming from, central Canada and the northeastern United States, that has been a great asset for us.
Those who already have a round in at Cabot will be eagerly anticipating the opening of a second 18 track called Cabot Cliffs. Already under construction down the road, it'll add another element to the 5-star golf destination Cabot Links is quickly becoming.
We always knew it was important, and I think seeing the reaction last year be so positive, it really, gave us that push to get going. One course is a curiosity, two is a destination.
For now, the links course will continue to grab all the headlines. With no carts allowed and caddies provided, it's an old world layout in a new age. Well, after you finish playing golf up at Cabot Links, you can come down the road and see something very unique, the first single malt whiskey distillery in North America. Glenora Distillery. Let's have a look. Located within 10 minutes of Cabot Links, the Glenora Distillery provides the perfect après golf excursion. Founded by a local man named Bruce Jardine in 1990, the distillery is a smaller operation compared to most North American facilities, pumping out 50,000 liters of single malt whiskey per year. Once the whiskey is distilled, it's placed in oak barrels for maturation. The process lets the liquor breathe, which emits a distinct aroma throughout the storage warehouse. Sample tastings of the spirits are available as well, but be warned, the 58% alcohol can hit you hard.
Well, in some ways, we of course have a different whiskey in every barrel. So one of the things that we do is we do cask selections, and on our gift shop counter we have probably 25 or 30 different whiskeys that are from separate casks.
The peaceful 900-acre property hosts tours daily, but if you can't visit the site, bottles of Glenora are available at liquor stores across Canada.
The Tee Off Season is brought to you by Molson Canadian 67, proud sponsor of golf and the official sport of the Gaia.
Here's our next contestant in our NHL tee-off season here. It's Clark MacArthur, and I was going to say the Toronto Maple Leafs, but you're kind of unattached at the moment, right?
I am, yeah. UFA coming up this summer, and see what everything has for me.
All right. I got to deal with the big elephant in the room here right at the start with any Leaf right now. Obviously, Game 7 against Boston. It's a tough way to go out. How did it feel to be in it?
Well, you know, I mean, it was such mixed emotions in that game. I mean, I remember when it was 4-1, you can't do anything but think you're moving on, and we started playing on our heels a little bit, and you know, one goal led to the next goal, and I just remember that tying goal hurt more than the overtime almost. It was like, you know, it was like a shotgun to the chest. So it was, you know, I've never been a part of anything like that in my life. So it was definitely something you got to learn from, and you know, that's sports for you.
Well, we got the summer to forget about it. So, and right now, this is a pretty sweet place you got here. You're a member here at Oak Hill. This is where the PGA Championship's going to be in August, and you get to play out here. Pretty awesome to come out here and tootle around this golf course.
Yeah, it is. In a city like Rochester to have a course like this, you know, it's remarkable. And you know, I was able to come out last year, and I think I played it one time in the spring, and after that I was hooked, and you know, I ended up trying to join, and it's been a lot of fun.
All right, well, good luck wherever you play next season, and thanks for a little putting lesson here.
You bet, Bob. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Coming up, previewing the upcoming Cape Breton Celtic Classic at the Lakes.
Well, overlooking the Bredor Lake, it's the Lakes Golf Club, one of the most scenic courses in Cape Breton, and also the site of this year's Cape Breton Celtic Classic, a PGA Tour Canada stop. Let's take a closer look now at this beautiful Graham Cook design.
Entering year 4 of operation, the Lakes Golf Club in Benyon is another of Cape Breton's great courses. Laid out alongside the Bredor Lake and sculpted out of the side of a mountain, the course combines spectacular scenery with terrific golf for all 18 holes.
We have 18 unique holes. I think anybody that plays the golf course will see how each hole winds its way through the mountain overlooking the lake. And it's a very fair golf course.
This September, the course will play host to the inaugural PGA Tour Canada Cape Breton Celtic Classic, the second last event on the tour's schedule. An excited membership and hundreds of eager volunteers will welcome players to this fabulous facility when a tight battle on the money list should allow for some great drama to unfold on the course.
Well, we're very excited. PGA Tour Canada Celtic Classic is coming in September 2nd to 8th. So we're going to have a lot of publicity for the island. A lot of the golf courses are involved, but we're obviously the featured golf course with the play being held up the week of the tournament. It's the friendliest place on the planet, and I think the players are going to come experience it and want to come back, and I think it'll have a lot longevity for the tournament.
Always a hit with golfers, both amateur and pro, is the picturesque par 4 6th. Set against a wonderful backdrop of the lake, players launch their tee shots into the air from over 150 feet above the fairway.
I think number 6, not just myself, anybody that comes here would say it stands out. You're a very elevated tee. Yeah, there's a chance to drive the green, but also a smart play is to lay it up. But the scenery there, you can see pretty much the majority of the Bredor Lake.
On the back 9, the finishing stretch of par 3, par 5, par 3, par 5 is sure to test the game of PGA Tour Canada players and create some theater for spectators. Highlighted by the 17th, the hole is deceivingly tough with an elevated perch overlooking a dangerous green and bunkers.
17's a short par 3, 155 yards with a huge backdrop of the lake. Very tough hole. It looks fairly easy from the tee, but once you play, you'll realize that it's a well-positioned shot in order to even come out with a par. The players from the PGA Tour Canada are going to experience some good scoring holes, and I think for myself, the tournament will be decided on those last 4 holes.
The Celtic Classic at the Lakes will be the marquee attraction during Cape Breton's Festival of Golf during the first week of September. Along with the CJGA event at the Portage, a kilted tournament will be taking place at Highlands Links, and 2 passes to play with a pro at Cabot Links are also up for grabs. There are lots of details available online about what should be a great week. A short drive from the Lakes Golf Club is one of North America's great fly fishing rivers. Grab a few rods and step into the waters of the Margaree, which stretches out around the island about 120 kilometers. Fly fishing is a fairly easy technique to learn, but there are a number of local guides who are available to provide you with some lessons.
Some people that, if they want a guide, what they're looking for is find their way around, show them different pools, accesses, approaches, possibly different techniques. Some people come in, they've never used a fly rod before, so what they're going to need is instruction.
The local fishing season in Margaree opens every year on April 15th and runs until the end of October. With 37 fishable pools, there's plenty of serene spots to pick from. Don't be too disappointed coming away empty-handed.
You know, people have got to have an outlet, and you can go out here. If you catch something, fine. If you don't, well, that's not unexpected. But just go out and just let everything drain away.
I had my chance to snare us some salmon or speckled for lunch, but it wasn't my day. Don't worry, there's always something in the fridge.
Teeing up Team Canada, reviewing Canada's national golf program. Brought to you by RBC. Let us help you make your mark.
A native of Richmond, BC, and member at Quilchena Golf and Country Club, Christine Wong knows what it takes to compete with some of the world's best amateurs. In 2012, the then 20-year-old safely cruised to her second BC Women's Amateur title in 3 years, setting a 72-hole record score of 14 under par along the way. Wong won her first BC Amateur title in 2010, where she lapped the field by 11 shots. Playing with Team Canada as an amateur, Wong has had the chance to compare her game to many others worldwide. Her golf escapades have taken her to places such as China, the UK, South America, and Southern California, where she recently finished her senior year at San Diego State University. Wong racked up 4 individual NCAA titles and closed her college career with all-conference honors, accomplishments she says she wouldn't have achieved without being a part of Team Canada.
They have brought so many opportunities to my game through fitness and nutrition and the game and just understanding it more and having the opportunity to learn about my game.
Wong doesn't have any questions about what she plans to do with her future. After already making cuts in previous LPGA Tour events, she'll take a swing at the professional level sometime later this year.
Making the cut at the US Open 2 years ago, that was just an amazing experience. I knew that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I just wanted to play on tour. And since I graduated, that's the route I'm taking in the fall. So.
Hi, we're at the Lakes Golf Club today. My name is Patrick Latterman. I'm the Director of Golf Operations and PGA of Canada Professional. Today we're going to talk a little bit about speed control for putting. A lot of players, when they get over the ball, when they do hit the actual shot, they don't know the speed and they decelerate through the shot. So we're going to go over a good tip on how to control speed. To start with, we take care of alignment by adjusting where you want the ball to go to fall in the hole. Once the alignment's taken care of, we move into speed. And the best tip on that would be to look at your target and take some practice swings to get your speed. And once you have the speed, get right over the ball and just emulate what you just did. If you need any more help with your game, see your local PGA of Canada professional.
Coming up, we go from golf balls to cannonballs at the Fortress of Louisbourg.
Here's another one of the stunning views from the Cabot Trail here in Cape Breton. Just another reason why you should come out and spend your vacation time out here. And while you watch this tip from Sean Foley, I'm going to take in this view a little bit longer.
Johnny Walker presents Progress Your Game. Great game. Keep walking.
What we need to understand about the golf swing is that it's a left-sided and a right-sided movement. The right side pushes and the left side pulls. Okay? The pulling motion is we're using all the muscles down the left side of the body, the big back muscle, which is the latissimus dorsi. So what I want you to do in this drill is to start to kind of educate the left side in its role. A lot of right-handed golfers are right-handed people. So the brain's going to give that side of the body dominance in the swing. So really simply, you just grab your club, do all the things the same as far as making sure you complete a centered turn, keeping the club light, and then swinging through to a balanced position with all the weight through the golf shot. This will teach you the correct pulling motion in the golf swing, and as you do it more and more, your brain will start to understand what the responsibility is of the left side.
Rounding out the wonderful selection of Cape Breton courses is the beautiful Belle Bay Golf Club in Bedeque. This gem, which has consistently ranked in our top 100 courses in Canada, is a very forgiving layout that rests on the northern side of the Bredor Lake. The Thomas McBroom design flows along the land to make for interesting rolls and bumps on the fairways, and especially on the greens. Always well-conditioned, Belle Bay boasts an excellent collection of holes, including the par 5 fourth, which can be reached in 2 shots as strong helping winds blow off the water. As with most holes, a fabulous view of the lake is an added feature. On the back 9, the par 3 17th is one worth noting. A steep drop from the tee and a wooded creek that devours any shots left short add plenty of intimidation. And if you do stick one on the green, a subtly breaking putting surface forces you to earn your birdie. Altogether, Belle Bay's spectacular views and challenging holes combine for a premier golf course on Cape Breton Island. This year, Cape Breton is celebrating Louisbourg 300, marking 3 centuries since the founding of Isle Royale. The National Historic Site, rebuilt and run by Parks Canada, lets visitors tour the grounds where the French fortified against the threat of British invasion. At its peak, this was the 3rd busiest port in North America. Despite only being 1/5 the size of what it used to be, the fortress provides a glimpse into life in the 18th century, where settlers cooked over a fire, built wooden boats, and even kept livestock. On site, you can learn to be a cannoneer by living the life of a French artillery student, learning about siege warfare. And if you're over the age of 16, you can finish the day by firing a cannon. But as I got to learn, these cannons weren't even the biggest they used.
All right, well, one of the big features here at Fortress Louisbourg is firing these cannons, and Eddie, you're the cannoneer here, and you're going to teach me how to fire this cannon, right?
Exactly.
But tell me a little bit. This is just a little cannon.
This is a little one. This is an 8-pounder. Cannon went all the way up to a 36-pounder. So they fire a ball that actually weighs 36 pounds, and this is only a small one.
Well, he's going to show me how to do it right now. Let's go through and fire this cannon, okay?
Okay.
The Fortress of Louisbourg is literally a blast from the past and an experience you won't soon forget.
Week Speaks is brought to you by Bushnell, makers of the Pro 1M and Tour Z6 rangefinders.
You know, when you come to a place like Cabot Links, you can kind of get inspired to play different kinds of golf. You know, you can run the ball along the ground. You don't have to always fly things in the air. Too often in Canada, we kind of get locked into one certain kind of way to play golf, and that is hit it high in the air, land it soft, and try and putt it into the hole. But golf's not about that. Golf's about being imaginative. So when you come to a place like Cabot Links, you play the bump and run, and you play from different angles, and you hit it left, and you hit it right, and you hit it high, and you hit it low, and you hit it downwind, and you hit it into the wind. But the thing is, you don't have to do that just at a place like Cabot Links or a links course anywhere for that matter. You can do it at any golf course. Just get out of the mindset that you have to keep score every time you play. Do some alternate shot. Just go out and hit the ball and have fun. You will enjoy the game. Golf was not meant to be played just one single way. That's all the time we have for this week on SCOREGolf TV. I want to thank everybody out here in Cape Breton. I love this island. You will too. And we'll see you next time right here on SCOREGolf TV.
Thanks for watching Score Golf on TSN, the voice of Canadian golf. Score Golf is brought to you by Jack Link's Beef Jerky. Feed your wild side. Bob Weeks Clothing supplied by Ashworth.